Welcome back to Autism at Home, brought to you by us at Early Autism Project Malaysia through our non-profit initiative, The Hope Project. My name is Jochebed Isaacs, and it's so good to see you again. We are on the fourth part of our play series, and so far we've talked about the developmental milestones of play, we've talked about interactive play and toy play. So today's lesson is going to be all about sensory play. So what is sensory play and why is it so important for a child's development? You might have already heard of sensory play and have an idea of what it looks like. Maybe an image of a child playing with Play-Doh, or a child sticking their hand in a colorful container of spaghetti. Those plays primarily stimulate the sense of touch, which is a type of sensory play. But sensory play is so much more than just that. We've all heard of the 5 senses: sight, hearing, smell, touch, and taste. However, there are 2 others we commonly miss. Proprioception, or body awareness. This is usually being aware of how much pressure our body is receiving, like when we're lying on a bed or carrying weights on our hands. Then the sense of balance, the way our body tells us where it is in relation to gravity, like when you feel very balanced standing on 2 feet versus balancing on a tight rope. So really, there are 7 senses. Sensory play then is an activity that stimulates one or more of these 7 senses. But why is sensory play so important? Perhaps the most direct benefit of sensory play is that it teaches a child to explore different sensory information in their environment, helping the brain make stronger connections between sensory information that's useful and filters out what is not useful in the moment. For example, a child who plays a lot with Play-Doh learns over time how to exert just the right amount of pressure to get the shape that they want. This skill is no doubt going to be useful when they one day need to learn how much pressure to put when writing with a pencil. Children who are good at distinguishing various sounds and noises in their environment can also get better at hearing what their friend on the playground is saying and blocking out all the other distracting noise. Sensory play also naturally builds a lot of fine motor skills, simply because it is so hands-on. Picking up beads, squeezing Play-Doh as hard as you can, trying to grab a toy animal hidden swimming in the water. All these skills develop the little muscles in the hands and are important for later life skills like writing, tying one's shoes, buttoning, and zipping. Sensory play is also a fantastic way for children to build their language by exploring the natural world around them. A child who plays with textures like rocks and grass can learn what smooth and rough means. Children who sample different tastes quickly learn what sweet, sour, bitter, and salty is. It is always more effective and fun to learn the meanings of words through experiencing it for yourself than simply learning them on a page or a flashcard. Finally, sensory play is great for calming an anxious or upset child. Just like how some of us may blow off steam by listening to our favorite music or taking a brisk walk, sensory play gives children a safe, appropriate way to let out their emotions. Sensory play is particularly motivating for children with autism because they are usually more sensory seeking than other children. Sensory play gives them an appropriate way to get their sensory needs in and replace less appropriate stimming behavior. For example, children who love movement could spend that time on a trampoline instead of jumping on the furniture. If you'd like to learn more about how to address your child's stimming behaviors and replacing it with substitute plays, check out our Making Learning Fun series on increasing interest. Sensory play then sets your child up for a successful transition through the developmental stages of play in so many ways, from their motor development to their language skills. So rather than just tell you, let us show you the many ways sensory play can be done at home. From water play to sand play, painting, Play-Doh, and even just sensory play, you can scoop and pour. Now, this may all seem well and easy for a parent who's got time on their hands to clean up after their child, which no parent has. As a parent myself, I know how much effort it can feel like to set up and clean up sensory play. So much so it feels easier just to not do it. But here are some tips that can help make the process as no mess or little mess as possible, so both you and your child have a good experience. Try having an all-purpose mat or tarp that you keep just for these sort of plays, perfect for catching paint and water droplets. Have on hand some handy-dandy kids' aprons to wear over old t-shirts so you don't have to worry about them dirtying their newer clothes. You could also set up water play in the bathroom or in the bathtub so it's an easy wash away after. Hopefully, these tips can help make the messy play experience fun for both you and your child. For a longer list of sensory play ideas, check out our free downloadable in the corresponding website article. So, how early can you start sensory play? Well, from day one, your child is equipped with the ability and curiosity to explore the environment around them through their senses. That's why babies and toddlers feel the need to touch everything and put everything in their mouths, much to our dismay, us as the parents. Because sensory play is so versatile, you can play it with a child of any age, so long as the activity is safe and appropriate for their level. Babies love watching bubbles float in the air around and land on their skin. Toddlers love the effect of seeing colors change when you mix different paints together. Even older children enjoy playing with potato stamps or playing with musical instruments to see what musical effect you get with each of them. So choose plays that are suitable for your child's age. And of course, put safety first at all times. Use edible, non-toxic materials and also be really careful with the smaller parts of sensory play so they're not choking hazards.
Pop quiz. Which of the below are sensory plays? Blowing and popping bubbles, making dough with flour, looking through a kaleidoscope, or putting a shape in a shape sorter? A, B, and C. Putting a shape in a shape sorter is more of a toy play. Malia is a 3-year-old girl. Which of the below would be the most suitable sensory play for her age? Finger painting, tearing up paper, playing an instrument, or scrunching up colored paper? The most suitable answer is A, finger painting. Tearing and scrunching up paper might be more suitable for a baby, while playing an instrument suitable for an older child.
Now it's your turn. After watching the examples of sensory play in this video, or looking at our free list of sensory plays, pick one sensory play you think your child will enjoy. The next time you have family time, play it together. The fun thing about sensory play is that the options are unlimited. Every weekend can be an opportunity to try a new play out. So that's sensory play, a fun, messy affair for the whole family. In the next lesson, we will talk about a type of play that every child with autism, no matter where they are on the spectrum, would benefit to learn. Independent play. The ability to play nicely and appropriately on one's own. We can't wait to share it with you. Now, if you haven't already, do check out our free online resource platform, Autism at Home, which has all the corresponding articles, downloadables for you. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram and Facebook to stay updated. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.